And I'm not taking back. I'm taking over again. Because, yeah, it's my review series and I invited you here. Anyway, so Braun talks to Littlefoot after convincing Shorty that he tricked him and making him apologize. Littlefoot's grandfather appears and realizes that he's talking to Braun and reveals that Braun is Littlefoot's father. This gives me like a freaking Star Wars reference. I could just imagine freaking Littlefoot saying, "No!" At first, that's what I was hoping too, but instead he just runs away like a freaking baby. He gives him a stupid look and freaking runs away like a freaking baby. I mean, wouldn't you run away too if you found out that the guy you were talking to was your father? No. I would just rather face plant or just have a little nervous laughter and then face plant. Or just go, ha 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 ha. This is a joke, right? This is a joke. And then if they reply no, then I'll face plant. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes more sense than running away. I think every time when you point something out that's obvious, I'm just more surprised. I'm pretty sure my YouTube was more surprised at the moment. It's more like, holy crap, he is right. I was looking at this movie the wrong way. Yeah. So Littlefoot stupidly runs off and trips on everyone at the same time. Like a freaking idiot that he is. And so, yeah. Littlefoot just runs off. Back with Sarah, Ducky, Petrie, and Spike. They are trying to cross a river. Pat ends up helping them out. And reveals that he's having dreams. And so, that gives Sarah and her friends hope that they are going the right way. Back with Littlefoot and his father, Braun tells him that he went out to find a new home for, obviously, not just Littlefoot's grandparents and his mother, but also for their little group, or their little herd. But when he got back, the earthquake just changed everything. Braun tried to find both Littlefoot and his mother, and then getting word about what happened to his wife. And had no word about Littlefoot. He kept on searching, and that was until he found Shorty and his little friends. And he sort of took them in. And reveals that he's a leader of a whole herd. And we get this second song, which is sort of likable, I guess. But it just looks weird, and the song itself sounds weird as well. Oh, come on, it doesn't sound that weird. Do you want me to compare it to those freaking Frozen songs again? Because I will do it. And I already know what song I will freaking compare to next. I know which one. Can you please stop doing that? I can do this whenever I want to, so shut up. Because I'm not the one who slammed into me at the beginning of the first part. Now, After this stupid song is over, Littlefoot has some bonding time with his dad. There's even one weird moment in the song where Bronn just grabs a bunch of leaves as to act more like a beard and a hair. Like, oh my god, like, it just looks stupid on him. So after having a short little sort of a little battle with Shorty, Sarah and Nez are on their way still, and Pat is telling them the story on how all the sauropods gather around the sun and lift it back up to the sky, which made absolutely no freaking sense. And I think I'm starting to understand on what that giant creator was. Really? Yeah, I think that was the cause of the meteor. But I thought the meteor crashed somewhere in the ocean. Well, apparently not in this universe. Not in the Land Before Time universe, apparently. So, yeah, I think that's what caused it. So then, where's the rock? I don't know, I mean, all the stupid sauropods made a stupid excuse to move the giant rock and claim it as the sun, because apparently it happened like when the eclipse happens, all the sauropods think that the sun's just gonna throw down the moon, or the moon's gonna throw the sun down. So the sauropods have to make their responsibility to put it back out to the sky, and that's why they have long necks in the first place, which absolutely makes no sense, because if the sauropods touch the sun, then they're going to catch on fire, and they're going to melt away and die, and the Earth will just be destroyed. Because, realistically, the sun is freaking bigger than the freaking Earth. The freaking sun will just devour the freaking planet in seconds. There will be enough time for a whole herd of sauropods to put the sun back up where it belongs. Oh yeah, now this is making more and more sense. I'm seeing your ways. Maybe if you're lucky enough, your YouTuber will make a video on how much he realized that made absolutely no sense in this movie. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, so Littlefoot ends up having a conversation with his dad. His father basically wants him to come with him when this is all over. Littlefoot's kind of resistant because he has his friends and his grandparents who are always there beside him. However, they always kept on losing sight of you every time when you left to go on a stupid little adventure, you freaking idiot. You might as well be better off with your dad. So out there you can finally explore for the entire world. You freaking idiot. So, Littlefoot spends half of the night with his grandparents, then goes back to his dad. But after seeing Shorty is leaving, because he is kind of jealous, because Bronn's always been like a father figure to him. He's just kind of jealous that there's this new kid that's taking over. So Littlefoot goes to bring Shorty back. Anyways, not before... Well, Littlefoot convinces Shorty to come back with him. But not after meeting up with Petrie. And of course, meeting up with a reddish, pinkish Daspletosaurus. And this part, I actually love, because they set this up perfectly, because they can because when the characters looked at the ground, they realized that there's 2 steps, not 4 steps. Plus, the ground would have been shaking like that. This just gives me a freaking Disney dinosaur Carnotaurus chase scene reference. Anyways, Pat fights off the Splendosaurus, and the kids decide to stupidly help him because he got burned in the process. But it's more stupid for Pat to fight the freaking Splendosaurus because he's an old dinosaur. That Splendosaurus is a lot more younger. It has a lot more stamina, plus it's a lot more smarter than you are. So therefore, that Splendosaurus is going to have a lot more of an upper hand against you. Plus, with you having a bad leg, that makes you more of an easy target. Because if I was at the Splendosaurus, I'll just be like, oh, you are not just old, but you also have a very bad leg. Okay, that makes you more of an easier meal for me. Forget the kids, I'm going to eat you instead. So after the kids try to help Pat, Brawn shows up to fight off against the Splendosaurus. And he stays his own for a short time until the Splendosaurus bites his leg. Pat helps him out, and they manage to knock out the Splendosaurus. However, a green one shows up, and the same gray one shows up from earlier, on in the movie. And Littlefoot's father, before this scene happened, Littlefoot's father said that the Splendosaurus, that carnivores only hunt in 2s or 3s. Well, technically, that's a load of bullcrap. But what do you mean? Carnivores hunt in large packs to bring down larger prey. That has been evidenced for a long time, not just in prehistoric times, but in modern day. A pride of lions, if they can take down a rhino, an elephant, a freaking hippo, and freaking wolves bring down freaking buffalo all the time. Not just that, there was evidence that a whole pack of the Splendosaurus had been discovered right next to a giant bone bed. Also where they were killing a lot, like a lot of herbivores, or just scavenging off their bodies. Not just that, there was even discovered of the whole pack of Allosaurus bringing down a single Diplodocus. So carnivores are a lot more smarter than you think. They hunt in larger packs. So even if you guys outnumber them, they're going to end up getting more pack numbers. So therefore, they'll even up the odds. But thanks to plot armor, they managed to defeat the Splendosaurus. But the battle's not over yet, because the eclipse is about to happen, and of course, all the sauropods think that the moon or the sun's gonna, or the moon's gonna throw the sun down because it's jealous. And of course, we get the most worst scene in the entire movie.